Hi everyone, this is Lady Manuel coming, continuing with domain and range for the collaborative skills station for week of September the 28th. Okay, number 2, the domain, remember, is your x value and the range is your y values. Okay, so here we go with the domain. With the domain, I look at the left boundary and the right boundary. How far does this graph go to the left? So I'm going to fence it in. So that's going to be x equals. And fur to the right, my right boundary, how far does it go to the right? And that's going to be x equals. Do my left boundary and my right boundary. To the left, it went to -5. So x equals -5. Here for this left boundary. For the right boundary, it has x equals +5. Okay. This is for my domain. So for my domain, I will go here and say x such that my, if you go back and look at your notes, here it tells you for the domain, you put your left boundary here. That's the smallest number. The smallest number goes to the left, and the largest number, which is the right boundary, how far it can go to the right, goes to the right. Okay, so here my left boundary, which is here, I'm gonna write -5. My right boundary is 5. I'm gonna close that in. Put x in the middle. The integer, not the integer, my fault. The relation will point the same direction. It's open to the x here, but it's pointing to the left. Okay. So here I'm gonna put the greater than, less than, and I'm saying greater than because when you read it, it's x greater than -5. Because look, it's x is, you got to go to the right. It's get bigger. But however, it's going to be less than 5, and you go back to the left. Okay, so you read it as x is greater than -5, but less than 5. So any numbers in between. However, I need to look. Here, if you look at this, it's an open circle. That's an open circle. When it's an open circle, then you come and look at your chart from your notes. Open circle means it's no equal sign under it. Closed circle, you have equal sign. So since this right here, for the -5, it's open circle, so I shouldn't have an equals under there because it does not include that -5. Here, to the right, for the right, it's a closed circle, meaning I should have an equal sign there because it includes 5. 5 is a part of that function, whereas -5 isn't because it's open. Okay? It's not included. Not included. Okay? Then with the dark circle, the closed circle, is included. Okay, so it's included as a part of the function. Okay, so that's for the domain. How do you read this? You read x such that x is greater than -5, less than equals to 5. Okay, that's for the domain. Now the range is going to have an upper bound. It's going to have a maximum. How far does this graph go? How far? What is the max? So I write here y equals how low. How low? I'm not looking at the points. I'm looking at how low. The lowest. This is the lowest it goes. So here y equals. Okay. Notice it's a horizontal line. So it went up. The maximum. It went up to 2. So we have here y equals 2. How low did it go? It went to y equals -2. Okay. The same thing for the how we set up the domain is the how we set up the range. We write y such that the lower, how low, the lower boundary, it would be the -2 because it's how low, so the minimum, -2. Okay. Go ahead and put that symbol there, that relation right there. Put the y, put the relation again. How high? It went up to 2. Close. Put my bracket there. I call it the wiggle wiggles. So now I need to look. How low did it go? How low? Here it's open, but there is closed. So that means it includes it because that closed can override the open. So on the -2, I should have an equal sign there. So it's greater than or equals to -2. Y is greater than or equals to -2 because it go up to +2. This is a solid line. It's no open, so that should be equals as well. Okay, so this is read as y such that y is greater than or equals to -2, but less than or equals to 2. Any number, including the 2 and the -2, anything in between it, counts, okay? I can go anywhere in between here, horizontal on the y-axis, and I can get to this graph, okay? So that's the domain and range for that one. Number 4, I'm sort of going in order now, so to give you, make sure it's clear. The domain, remember, is your x, and the range is your y. Okay? So looking at the x, I'm looking, and I'm trying to see how far does it go to the left. What is my boundary to the left? What is the left boundary? What is the right boundary? And you notice it's arrows. So that means that to the left, it's approaching negative infinity, whatever that is. It's approaching negative infinity. Okay? To the right, it's approaching positive infinity. I feel like I'm talking about limits. I guess we are, right? So here, it's going both ways. And remember what I said, if it's going negative infinity in one direction and the other direction it's going positive infinity, it's going to be all real numbers. So in this case, the domain is going to be x such that x is an element of all real numbers. That's the way you write it, set bit notation. You could write it as all real numbers. Keep in mind, you need to know both. You need to know that means that, hey, I can go anywhere on this x-axis and I will be able to go up to this graph. Anywhere on the x-axis, it doesn't matter. Any number works to get to this graph here. Okay. Now I need to determine what is the y. What is my y? So how high up does this go, how low? You'd be like, it doesn't go high low. It's just the line. You're correct. Okay. So just like here, on number 2, you see how we drew the horizontal lines here? For the y, same thing. When I draw this line here, you'll be like, it's going through that, and that's fine. Here, y equals. What does y equals there? There you go. There you go. Y equals 3. So in this case, my range is just y equals 3. So for the range,